Hey, what's up? Today we're starting in the dark, because I think this is the first video I've started with the projector in the dark, but we're in the dark and we're going to places no man has gone before. Today I am whisper rambling about my college experience, which was, I don't know. I feel like it wasn't your typical college experience, but then I feel like what a lot of people would consider to be a typical college experience, or a stereotypical one, isn't reality. So, before we get started though, I'm going to light up my tobacco pipe, because we're going to sit back, relax, and recall my journey at the Art Institute of Seattle. What I have here is a blend from the tinderbox called North Sea. A little bag. Oh, hey. This is 2 ounces. 2 ounces will last me. Gosh, I got this a couple months ago. It'll last me quite a while. I'm going to open that up. What I do usually, this is my pipe. You might recall a while ago, I had the Project Man Crates kind of open box video. And that when I talk about carving my own pipe, well, wouldn't you know it, this is it. So, it's not pretty to look at, and you can't really see it from there anyways, apart from the fact that I'm not very close to my camera, aka it's just my phone. I have my phone on a small little tripod. Now, what I'll do is I'll kind of just scoop it up, pack it in a little bit, and then I'll scoop it, pack it in. As we get closer to the top, I don't pack it quite as hard. A little bit more. We're getting close. Here. Alright, so I started at the Art Institute in 2011. I guess if I'm talking about my college experience, I should go all the way back to Highline Community College, where I started in 2008, 9. I took a year off, graduated high school in 2007. And there we go. So I graduated in 2007. Took a year off for no particular reason. And ended up going to Highline Community College, where I got a fairly basic general education with an emphasis in music. So I didn't quite minor in music, but I got it emphasized when I got my AA. I thought I was going to go to Washington State, or not Washington State, the University of Washington. And so I was looking at courses there. I was going to do communications, because I like talking, and I like writing, and I thought that would just be the best course of action for me. But then I had a friend ask me to come out and perform a little something for a video class he was taking at the Art Institute. I said, sure, that sounds fun. And so I went out and I performed. It's a pretty funny video. I'm speaking very heavy, fake Russian accent. And it's a song about vodka. But first list, I fell in love. My mouth started watering. And, yeah, I decided immediately this is what I'm going to do, without really thinking about how expensive it was going to be. Because let me tell you, the Art Institute is not cheap. So, I enrolled, and I got in. And the Art Institute is the kind of place where, you know, you have to, like, write a short thing about why you want to go to the school and blah, 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 blah. They have to accept you, but basically it's if you want to pay, you get in. Which I didn't think about. You're going to come to realize. I think one of the few things I regret is not weighing the cost of the school. So, I got my Bachelor of Science in what's called Audio Design Technology, which covers everything from recording in a studio, where we learned how to use Pro Tools, to recording to tape on an SSL G4000. In Studio A, there was 4 studios, A, B, C, and D. And the SSL console solid state logic. Back in its day, and I haven't looked at prices now, but I mean, back in the day, it was about the cost of a house. Beautiful console. And, yeah, we would track to tape, which was crazy, and I think that's really cool, but I am a solely digital mixer. I get it. I don't know why people like to track to tape, but I think it's a waste of time in today's world. And that's a fun debate I can get into with anybody. But anyways, the first half of the time I was at the Art Institute, I lived in Seattle, and I just walked to school. It's about a mile. And if you don't know this about smoking tobacco out of a pipe, sometimes it just goes out. First few classes I took, there was really just kind of a clever way to get you to learn how to use Pro Tools. So it was a lot of, like, one of the first things we did was we were given a whole bunch of sound effects with the lobby scene from The Matrix, which, if you've seen that movie, is one of the coolest parts of that, where they walk through security and the guy stops them because they're set off the metal detector, and Neo opens up his jacket, and he's got like 1 million guns, and there's a crazy firefight. And we had to place sound effects at specific times, so we weren't utilizing our own brains really to place everything. We were given a specific time to put specific sound effects to rebuild the audio. And we did that with a whole bunch of scenes just throughout the first year, really. At the same time, we were also recording bands and mixing music. We were learning about audio codecs and the difference between an MP3 and a wave and all that stuff. At the same time, I was also taking some video classes where I learned how to use Final Cut. It was Final Cut 7 at the time. They were transitioning to Final Cut X. And none of the professors knew how to use it. And so they all just said they preferred 7 and taught us how to use 7. Which at the time, I thought that they really just preferred 7. I think in reality that none of them really knew how to use it. Because it was a pretty significant change. So there I learned how was at the Art Institute, I worked at Starbucks. So I would, 4 times a week, 3 to 4 times a week, it was just part-time, I would work from 3:30 in the morning to 9:30. I never closed the shift once the whole time I was at Starbucks. Oh, that's a lie. I did one time. Because a crazy snowstorm rolled in. Snowmageddon. I think it was 2011. Maybe 2012. I think it was 2012. I closed the store down once. And I saw how much food is wasted. I think they've changed that since. It's not as bad. But anyways. I also interned at Carlson Audio, which is a sound company in Seattle that does a lot of really big, they do like bumper shoot, a lot of the stages at bumper shoot, they do, like the iconic Christmas tree lighting, any marathons that are kind of taking place where they need a sound system in downtown Seattle, they're there, and they do all the sound for that. They do sound at, like the Emerald Koi Casino, just a lot of places everywhere, so that's where I really learned how to wrap a cable, let me tell you. Interning there, you wrapped miles and miles of cables. That's not an exaggeration. Doing that scene from The Matrix is what made me realize I love sound design. I love post-production audio more than I love tracking bands and mixing music, which is kind of crazy. Because I started going to the Art Institute because I wanted to record bands. And that's where I learned you cannot make money unless you invest a long time. And I saw that going corporate is where you start to make the money, and I had my first kid literally the day I turned in my final exam. I didn't have time to sit around and hope I got money. I needed to make it quickly. I learned how to use Ableton, and I preferred that over Pro Tools at the time, which is kind of silly, but I did. A lot of people don't use Ableton for mixing music, but I did. I learned to love it, and then I eventually moved on to something called Reaper, which if you follow me on Twitter or anything, you know I love Reaper. I recorded my own band a lot. We were called Rain Light Fade, and the tricky part about going to a school like that is finding bands to record. Because you have usually a 4-hour period. I should mention too that classes at the Art Institute are 4 hours long, once a week. A couple of them are 8 hours, which is pretty crazy. But you find a band, schedule a time in one of the studios. If you're lucky, you got into Studio A, because that was the nice one. Studio B wasn't as bad, but it was a Mackie console, a 32 by 8, I believe. And Studio C and D were digital consoles. CL24, the C24, D24, I don't even remember what they were called. But you wanted the SSL, you wanted Studio A, let me tell you. You'd schedule a band. You'd hope to God the band actually showed up. I got canceled on a couple times. And that sucks. And you'd have to set them up. to make sure everything sounds good. Usually you start with drums. It's Seattle, right? There's a lot of heavy music. Get the right sound you want, and then you hit record. And you hope the band practiced so they could get everything within 4 to 8 hours for their song. Which, now that I've lived in the real world for a while, is a stupid short amount of time. Because usually one of the professors would screw something up in the studio, so you'd have to learn how to troubleshoot. They'd unplug something you didn't know they unplugged, or they'd hit a button that you had to, usually was just automatically set, and you have to figure out which button they pushed to even get the whole stupid thing working. And then you record, and then after that, obviously you mix it, and you learn how to master. I didn't focus too much on mastering. I learned a lot about mastering afterwards. And I would say that my time at the Art Institute, even though it cost a lot of money, was worth it because of the people that I met. And frankly, the job I have now, which is the whole reason you go to college, right? In the first place. I've kept up with a few of my friends from the Art Institute. One of them I did a audio install at their tattoo shop. They had a stage, so he gave me money. I bought everything and set the whole thing up for him. Hung the speakers, ran everything through the ceiling and everything, and it's pretty sweet. My social life during that time was pretty much me, my wife, and a couple of good friends. I didn't get too close to anybody outside my immediate field of interest at the school. Zero partying. I didn't live on site. I didn't live in the dorms. Are actually kind of a little ways of away, and expensive. It's cheaper for me to live off site with my wife. And I don't really know how to end this ramble. Other than to say, if you are looking to go into the field of audio, before you look into someplace like Full Sail or the Art Institute, see what you can learn from a community college around you, or go to a studio and ask if you can intern. And you're going to start by doing the grunt work. And you got to be okay with that. You cannot have pride in this industry. You got to be willing to learn. Or that no one's going to waste their time on you. So, before you get into the field of audio, see how you can save money doing it. Thanks for hanging around for my ramble. Hopefully by now, you're relaxed. Maybe you're asleep. I don't know. But that's going to be it for this video.